I can't see you, but it's all about D in this moment. Welcome to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda T. Tonight we're reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville Reunion Part 2. We got one more part, and then we are done with this together as a team. She's quitting Huntsville, and a lot of people are. So D, you got something to tell the people?
Smash my thumbs up button, subscribe to our channel. Me and her sometimes this little baby down here, aka Sissy, and subscribe to her channel, Just Rhonda.
I think you covered all the church announcements, my love.
Yep. Bye-bye.
They'd be like, oh my God, best fusion game ever.
Is you gonna go
hear
get
your TV?
No, she's going bye-bye.
Oh, you gotta go turn the TV down.
No, look, she's going bye-bye. What are you talking about?
Sorry, guys. We have one YouTubers playing football because that's all my TV.
It sounded like football.
Y'all, it's cold here, and Ricky Smiley said, Florida. They said Florida. Can we borrow 40 degrees until Friday?
And we said hell to the no. We only got 40. That's all we got. Nope, can't do it. Sorry.
Y'all, they ain't had sue today. Cause windshield factor.
It wasn't even cold today. Well, yeah, it was chilly today. It wasn't cold yesterday. But it's been so like cloudy and rainy and depressing. And so either way, like none of this has been fun.
We were on here slipping and sliding on ice. That is so stupid. That is not normal.
I'm not about that life. I'm down here with the retirees and I was gonna say something. Anyway, it rhymed, but it was not a good look. Y'all, the reunion part 2. We back. We still arguing with Kiki because Kiki said her husband was over there cheating, but she wasn't over there paying for him to go on no dates. Now, Tisha Show remixed that story now, didn't she?
No. If it hurt.
She did. He played her.
Yeah, and she married him anyway.
Yeah. So why you over there all up in Tisha?
So why are you worried about what's going on over here, girl? I feel like Tisha and Kiki used to play that game when they was cool. Let's check up on investigating things. And now Tisha don't want to play no more. Marcella shut that shit down, especially now that they're on a television show and we all in here, in the business. So she don't play that game anymore. So now she can be like, I don't have any evidence, no receipts. So until then.
Because it ain't fun when everybody and their mama is involved in it. It was all right when it was just her and her cousin. You know what I'm saying?
It's not fun in real life. That's why you don't tell your people. I'd rather tell a stranger than tell my people because people that care about me gonna be mad still.
Right.
And every time you bring your husband,
but her and Tisha was like that. Then she said they was roommates and all that.
Yeah. Child, it don't surprise me. None of it does. And it's always squatty little niggas out here thinking they players.
Child.
Yeah, I'll be worried about the handsome gentleman, and the ugly ones don't know how to act no better. Not just calling that man ugly, but he's definitely not my type.
He probably was like a little football player and stuff back in the day in college or something. You know what I'm saying?
Look at him now, down to the Crime Stoppers with his wife. Oh, he wasn't there. What else did they have going on? I feel like they was both going really low. Shit has got really messy. It started to get uncomfortable for me. Like the way Carlos was grilling Kiki about her drugs and what she taking and all of that stuff. I was like, it's just a lot. Where did Tisha get them documents from? She had a recorded conversation.
I didn't understand that.
She pulled out some documents about a conversation, and I guess maybe it was a text conversation, but she said she heard it.
She printed out text messages of their conversation.
But she also said she heard it. What had happened was, because I had to watch it twice, because I was like, hold up. You heard it. This is Tisha being equally as messy as Kiki. They was both calling around, so I guess she was referring to him as the guy. But I guess Tisha called the makeup artist, and the makeup artist must have called Kiki. And so she heard the whole conversation that Kiki was having with him. And then when she confronted Kiki about it, Kiki was like, "No, I ain't talked to him." So now she knows that Kiki is lying, and that's when she decided she wasn't talking to her.
Mm.
I've never pulled up conversations from anywhere. Not text messages, not nothing. Who do you call? T-Mobile?
I guess so, child. I never had to do that.
I've only saw that like on Criminal Minds and stuff, so I don't have no need for anything like that because this is where I'm at. Where is Nene? I said what I said. Now y'all with all of that, I didn't do it. I don't remember. I was drunk.
Well,
And
one thing
Kiki,
I will say, I feel like Kiki once again is full of shit because I asked the same question that why she didn't test positive for.
I said that. I
Yeah.
said Tamika said, "Why didn't the methadone show up?" I remember when we were reviewing it before, and you mentioned that.
And then, you know, everybody, you know, and y'all, it don't show up in the system, all that. And then she said it, she had said some excuse then. And I'm sitting up here like, well, why she didn't say the same thing that she was claiming at the time about it? She didn't, because she said she was taking it every day, but I think at the time she said the place was closed or something, and she hadn't had it in her system for so many hours.
If you have to pass a drug test and you don't know how, I bet you know somebody you could ask. How you pass a drug test, and they're gonna tell you what's take to pass a drug test, and then what's gonna happen is your shit gonna be all the way clean, and the people gonna be like,
Yeah.
"What happened to the
It wasn't
methadone?"
right.
And I also remember how her husband was the one over there talking about you got to peel it from left to right because if you peel it from right to left, it's not going to work. And he also was seemingly very uncomfortable. Like I don't think he was really like confident that she was going to be able to pull the shit off. And she didn't.
But let
And
me
I
say
mean,
this. Now, when Tisha was laying down all them different facts and stuff about Kiki, Tisha said something about, now what she say, Kiki had robbed the drug dealer? Now, what did she say?
girl, listen, I
What did
was
she
like, Kiki, when we met, you said you was down to the medicine cabinet.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was going to say. Now, when the drug dealer come up, because you just said you was taking prescription pills, and now you didn't rob the drug dealer and pay the drug dealer with his money. Now, where the drug dealer come from?
How down bad do you have to be to have the balls to rob the drug dealer? Because I feel like that's not smart. I
I
feel
thought
like,
you was just on pain pills. Drug dealers don't have the pain pills.
I mean, I guess they do.
They ain't, no. She ain't getting that pass. That girl was on something else. Them wasn't just pain. It might have started with pain pills.
I don't know what the drug dealers be holding. It depends on who you asking. Now, if
Well,
you're
you got
dealing
some
with the
Percocets.
Flins
It was
and what the
Percocets.
Flins is putting out here on these streets, then you might find somebody with some pills. Now, if you over here dealing with CBI, yeah, they all about the bricks and the powder. So it just depends on where you at. You know what I'm saying? I bet you can find them on these streets.
Child,
I don't
Kiki.
know, Kiki, it sounds suspect. I know, like, I'm not comfortable robbing no drug dealer. I'd rather take my chances with a bank because one thing's for sure, he gonna come get his money.
All I'm saying, Kiki, you try to make it sound real innocent. Like I got hurt and I took these pills, and then you know, it was just prescription pills, and I went to rehab, and that was it. And now the more to talk, more shit come out about stuff that you were doing. And then
Well,
Mel,
did she tell Marceau about the whole how she be doing flipping gift cards, or is that some shit he know all by himself? Like they was over there dropping a whole lot of.
He knew that. And Mel, are you still upset that they told you that Kiki was on drugs before she came into your house? Because it seemed like your ass should have need to know that before that type of person come over. Hey, before I invite you over, she over here robbing drug dealers. Like, tell me shit like that.
I mean, we don't always agree, but we've always agreed on that one. Like, please don't have your folks coming over to my house. Why, they're gonna be real disappointed if they get into my medicine cabinet, but apparently they could take some things around to the Home Depot and try to get a gift card with it. So child, it was stressing me out. Tisha said Kiki used them to get on the show, and I was like, you did, Kiki, because you have enough shit going on in your own life. Like, you should have never had to bring none of that up. And bringing it to Mel in the messy way you did is the reason why we don't like you. Because I was trying to give Kiki a chance, but when I saw her down to the bar telling Mel that story again, and I was like, so this is what got you in trouble in the first place. After you just sat down there on that yoga mat telling Tisha how you wasn't finna bring her marriage up no more.
You told Mel, and you told every damn blogger that you can talk to.
And that's another thing, because she sure was having some long ass conversations, phone calls with that blogger. I be like, y'all, like, I just really a lot of the times wish I had a few more hours in my day to get the shit done that I need to get done. I'm not sure why these people that have husbands and children and football practice, and we can't a lot of times like connect just because we too damn tired after the things that we got to do on a daily basis. So why do I have time to be calling bloggers about somebody else's marriage and relationship and makeup artists?
Hours and hours and hours. Like them ain't no short conversation. They be
Me and my best friend don't never talk on the phone. We have to like save it all when she come get her hair done. Then we go out to dinner and we spend the rest of the night trying to catch up because she got same thing, 2 kids, soccer, gymnastics, all these things. But I don't understand where y'all got all this time in the day to be. It's too much, child. Carlos asked Melody and Kimmy if they thought she was in denial. I'm like, Carlos, your sources are irrelevant. Look at who they got. Kimmy sitting next to Maurice. Mel over here arguing with her ex-husband. What does their opinion? Ain't none of y'all. Mel, were you in denial when you moved out and then moved back in with this nigga after you found out he was cheating and you thought he changed? And Kimmy, you've been in denial since. I guess since you ran down to the barbershop and started acting like you wasn't a side chick and you were sleeping with that lady's husband.
At this very moment, while he asking if Tisha is in denial, she in denial, sitting her ass right there on that couch because she was just defending Maurice.
Tisha was looking at them like, so what y'all gonna say? And then y'all sat up there embarrassed her, but like, you go, girl.
That
no,
was,
you
it
go.
was. I was like, Kimmy, you ain't shit. You could always got something, the right things to say, but that moment you fucked up.
She was on mute. Beyonce challenge. She took a long time to formulate those sentences that she put together. And they both was like, you go first, because I'm gonna have to think about how I'm gonna say this without pissing her off, because we know, and Kimmy, you have no right to say anything about anybody's delusion. So don't ask somebody who ain't in no better position than I am. How about that?
No.
You know what irritated me, because we keep talking and and then I'm like on my notes like, well, we hit that.
No, we already did it. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing that irritated me, they were talking about the whole cookout situation and was she on drugs over there when she came to the cookout. And I think it sounds better to say you were, Kiki, because to say you weren't on drugs and you were perfectly sober when you did that, and your excuse is that she knows that when I get ignored, that triggers me. Girl, if you that triggered, stay your ass at home. I don't understand.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
They was like, Kimmy, what did you think? Kimmy was like, well, at first that's not what I thought, but then I was looking at her, she was all sweaty and shit. I'm like, yeah,
Sweating hard.
sweating real hard.
And you
And
triggered
acting
about her
jittery.
knowing you about you telling her business about her husband. Now the tables have been turned and she would talk about what's his name, whatever. She would have a whole fit.
Girl, if I get, my blood pressure rise so high that I'm gonna walk in somewhere and slap the shit out of somebody with a glass. I'm just, it's a cookout. I'm supposed to be in a good mood. Girl, they both a mess, but I was like, every time Kiki explains something, she blames the other person for her bad behavior. Well, this one knew, and I did this. Ciao. Yeah, you brought up the drug dealer already. That shit was funny. They couldn't get it together. Like, this is the thing about her that be cracking me up. She be like, that was a long time ago. And they're like, that's last year. And I'm like, really doesn't matter to me. Because the fact that you was down there robbing drug dealers means you was down bad, girl.
Yeah.
Down bad.
She did say that was a long time ago, and they was like 2020. Now, I'm sorry. 2020,
Not that long ago.
we're in 2024, but I remember 2020, like, you was in a pandemic doing that shit? Like, what?
Is this nigga watching the show? Like, it's not too late for him to come.
I'm sure.
It's just, I hope y'all work that whole thing out, girl. Yeah, we talked about the drug test coming back clean. Carlos wore that subject out. So on to the Whitlows and the Fletchers.
Girl, the Whitlows.
How we gonna introduce the Whitlows and the Fletchers and then start talking about Martell and his journey? Like,
They was like, here they is, and then
let me tell you how the whole story started. It started with Martell. He was down here pretending like Sheree was his girlfriend, and Tiffany was over to the party asking the lady, did she have good pussy? And we was like, what?
Girl. The fact that the Whitlows is trying to sit up there and act like they don't know what a Karen is, stop it. Stop it. And y'all trying to make this a thing because she's half white.
That ain't it, girl. It's because you went home and told your husband how these two men attacked you.
Exactly.
And I feel like if it was Nell, because we seen her do it different when she went back to Chris, and Chris know how she is, just like Lou know how Tiffany is. She was like, me and Martell, we got into it, and he raised his voice, and then I raised my voice. I was like, yeah, y'all was over there screaming. Not once, but twice. And your husband knows that that's how you get down, and so do your kids. But we're going to talk about Tiffany and how she's half white. And then they asked Marceau to explain what a Karen is. And I was like, that ain't even it.
That ain't even it. He tried to sound politically correct. You know what the hell a Karen is. And here's the thing. She did go to you, and you did try to get all big and bad. Like, I'm finna go over here and check these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Now you like some of it was true. No, she flat out lied to your ass, and you was looking dumb as hell, and that's why you was like, we ain't finna be on this show no more.
She came home like the killer was chasing her down the street, and I was like, that's not what happened. Martell is stupid.
Woman.
Well, stay home.
Yeah.
I don't even think she was that flustered because everybody's used to Marceau being an asshole. And one thing you can't say about him, they keep calling him a bitch, but he's actually like that with everybody. Everybody. He's always trying to convince somebody that they ain't seeing what's actually happening.
And I'm sorry. When they had, first of all, when Marceau was sitting there, nobody knew. He didn't know what the hell Martell was finna say. And when Martell said what you said to Sheree, he was sitting there like, you said that? I think anybody's
who was gonna react that way?
Come on.
wasn't gonna react
That
that
could have been
way?
interchangeable with anybody on the show, and their reaction would have been that.
I like am really kind of tired of this whole scenario where like the men can't talk to the women that way. And I'm like, Mom, if the woman sits her ass down there and ready to tangle, then she should be ready to tangle.
The
I
only
didn't
one
see
that
nothing.
should not talk to the women that way is the way Martell be acting like he ready to fight.
And he
a
gets
woman.
too escalated.
Yeah.
Right. I
He's
feel
the
like
only
I
one
would
I
fight
saw.
Martell because
Yeah,
what
he's
is
the
the
only
other
one I saw
option?
go way too far. You know what I'm
What are
saying?
you gonna do? Like I feel like if me and Martell were going at it, and then somebody gonna have to swing. You would swing on his
Mhm.
ass. That's because he
Mhm.
leaves you no other option. That's probably why he got arrested.
Mhm.
Somebody didn't have an option. What else, child? He up there still denying this girl. She must be so happy when she watches
Girl,
the show and sees him out here
that
saying
boy said your wife.
Well, the street said that girl and him might have got married.
Child.
I mean, okay, I hate it for you, girl,
So
because your
why?
husband
So
is out here
why
saying he's
did
single.
Carlos ask? Did they get married? Did Carlos ask that question when he said that?
No, but Marceau said, "Well, does your wife know you single?"
And then at that point, Carlos, that's when you should have been like, "Is you and Ariane married?"
Well, he did follow up with, "Are you in a relationship with the mother of your child?"
Oh,
And he said, "Nah, I'm single."
oh, and he said, "Do your wife know you single?" Oh, okay.
Right, and then and then Tiffany was like, "Well, what was you mad for then? If you and Sheree wasn't in no real relationship,
No, Tiffany, you don't
that's
get that
still you
pass.
being rude to my friend." I feel
You
like
were.
Martell had every right to ask her, like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Absolutely. You don't get no pass for that. And then you was out of line because you came to her as if you was coming for her on behalf of
On
male.
business.
Yeah.
Oh, you
And
talking
then
about Tiffany?
Tiffany came for Sheree as if she was coming on behalf of male, which could have started some bunch of
Whole nother
bullshit.
drama.
Yeah.
Especially if the relationship was for real. Even we knew it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't. That's why nobody was bothered by that.
Mm-hmm.
He asked why he stopped seeing Sheree, and Martell said he had to refocus his life.
Child, I guess.
Sheree should be embarrassed too, because he was over there saying he didn't even want to be on the Atlanta Housewives in the first place.
Sheree's used to being a bear. She was sitting at the bus stop.
She did sit the fuck outside waiting on Tyrone to come from the
Yeah.
halfway house.
She's
If
used to
you
that.
get stood up by someone who came from the halfway house,
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
And I think Tyrone was like, "I'm not doing that unless they're paying me." I can't even be mad at that, but that's that's all in the past because that wasn't her man either.
Mm.
Let's see. Carlos asked Mel if it bothers her to have her kids around Ariane. Yeah, it does. She gonna figure out some type of way to dress it up, but yeah, it does. Why wouldn't it bother me? This bitch, I hate her. I hate this bitch.
Now that right there, my blood pressure went through the motherfucking roof.
Because you wanted her to say yes, the fuck
No,
yes.
because
Or why Carlos
I
asked
wish you
that
wouldn't have
question.
my kids around this bitch.
What can she do?
I don't give. Oh! Now that's when it would have got violent. That's when it would have got violent. This me
She
that I've
said,
been fighting with all this time. Yeah, no,
"Ooh, shout out to the
no.
deadbeat dads that make sure we don't have to deal with these types of things," because that's what he does to. Then it ends up in courts, and she, ends up having by law to allow him to do these things. Somebody I was listening to though said that it is in the court documents that they can't live together. Like he has to be able to be in his own place. So,
That
which
him and
means
Ariana
nothing.
can't live together. You better not have my kids around her
They
ass.
always over
Period.
there,
This
child. They
this
was
me
down to
that
the
we was finna
restaurant.
fight. No, yeah. I
Listen,
for.
I'm just
Now
here to
that's
tell
when
you
I
what the
act
people
for.
said.
That's the one I act a fool. Not mine.
Well, he said every time he try to do something, he's always agreeable with her. When she wants something, it's always a problem. Now, he did say she only has 11 babysitters, so the number is smaller. It's not 20 babysitters anymore. It's only 11. I don't want to be in their divorce fighting no more. I thought
I
we
don't
did
either.
that.
I was just gonna say that them and their back and forth was exhausting, and it's for what? For what? Martell, you're a liar. You're a liar. Like, oh my God, that was so
I
irritating.
had to say, when he got up and stomped off that stage, all I could see is Tank. I was like, that's probably how Tank be mad when he got turned off his video games. He goes stomping through the room, leaning with his heavy head forward. Tiffany has postpartum. I'm glad she's taking a break. You got anything on that?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Bye, Tiffany. And y'all don't be
bye, girl.
acting like, oh, Tiffany, oh, stay. Y'all so fake. Y'all was so fake.
I did see a clip. I guess this is on the third part of this reunion. I seen a clip of Kimmy saying how she felt like the friend group, how they dropped the ball, basically. I'm paraphrasing, but they should have been more of a support system for Tiffany. And I was like, y'all even act like you like Tiffany.
Y'all ain't even like Tiffany. How you gonna be? That's fake and phony. That's fake and phony. I didn't like your ass before you got pregnant. What the fuck? I'm gonna be your support.
I don't like Tiffany, and I'm glad she's on a break. I mean, and there's that. So somebody else, y'all gonna need somebody else, but please don't let that somebody else be Betty, because I hate her even more than I do Tiffany. So Betty came down here with the same color wig as Stormy, like they're best friends and shit. And they brought, what's the cousin's name? I don't know what they brought him over there for. Long enough for him to stand up. Stand up. Show us your outfit. Sit your ass down. Now, Betty. Betty came to tussle with Mel. Basically, she mad about them tweets from 15 years ago because Mel didn't tell the people to stop picking on Stormy.
I 100% agree with Betty.
I guess.
And I said it back then. Mel, and that is the reason why that whole thing with them tweets is the reason why Mel and Stormy is not friends to this day. It had nothing to do with nothing else, nothing to do with Mel. I turned off my phone and all of that. That was 100% the reason why they ain't cool. When them people came after Stormy, like her mama said, Mel let that happen. Mel never came back on and said, y'all, I ain't talking about Stormy. She know how crazy her damn fan base is and let them people go after that woman. Well, it wouldn't have took but 2 seconds to come on there and be like, I ain't talking about Stormy, y'all. Leave Stormy alone.
Because she wasn't feeling Stormy.
That was before. She let it ride. No, y'all, no, that was before her and Stormy fell out. This is the reason why her and Stormy fell out. Her and Stormy was cool at the time. But that episode aired and Stormy and her was cool and they was in Stormy house talking. And then when that happened, them people was like, oh my God, it was Stormy because Stormy was just
Well,
talking.
I'm going to say this. I feel like these people that be calling people's job and stuff, there's something wrong with y'all. I don't know what y'all's out there doing,
but
calling stores and stuff.
We just watch her sick her people on the damn blogger that she was just beefing with. She cool with that.
I didn't see that, but I did. All of that shit is messy. All of that shit is messy. I turned her off because I didn't want to hear her talking about no demons. I think they all be doing shit with bloggers in order to, I don't know, make themselves look some type of way. I think Miss Betty needs to, she didn't like Mel to start with. So whatever was going to happen,
I don't think I
already didn't like
Mel. She did not like her.
But I think Miss Betty needs to let Stormy open her mouth and fight her own battles. If that's a problem, then fuck you. You know what I'm saying? But your mama being this heated is embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
I will say she never liked Mel from watching the episode. So she didn't like Mel beforehand. I did not like that Betty commented on her, you over here arguing with your ex, because this ain't even about that.
It
Your
ain't about
issue
that.
with her should strictly be about what happened with Stormy.
I feel like as a mother, if it were me, I would feel the same way. I would be like, I don't know what, like you said, these people coming to her, that's crazy as fuck. I done seen people walking around outside that girl's warehouse trying to, see if she's really
Y'all was
open,
calling Walmart trying to get her
calling to
products
get her
pulled
shit
out.
off the shelf. That shit is crazy.
When all of that, when all Mel had to say, and Mel be like, I didn't know. I didn't, Mel.
Oh, you knew. She
absolutely-
knew.
You absolutely.
Because they
Like I
keep up
said,
with
I
all that
just
stuff.
watch you, Mel, sick your people on that blogger. Whether you had a relationship with him or not, you sat up there
And then
said,
he
you
came
guys
back.
gonna
He
let
came
him?
back.
She
That
sat
little trio
there.
over there, he came back talking about the only reason why I had a problem with her is because of the stuff that Kiki was saying. And I'm like, y'all
It
are a
could
mess.
be, but I don't know about the reason why y'all was talking, whatever y'all was talking. But what I do know is you sat there and said, are y'all gonna let him say this? Are y'all gonna stand for that? Y'all need to call and everybody are mandated reporters, and y'all need to call and just like that. Everybody was calling his job, trying to get this man. That was on your demand.
I think that shit is creepy as fuck for
It
all of them.
is.
Like for Nicki Minaj and Beyonce and all of these
Beyonce, yeah, we
people, and they
watched.
got
Did
these
you watch the
people
movie?
like, I didn't. I gotta still watch that. You talking about Swarm?
Yeah.
Cause I be like, I low key like be calling myself a lamb, but I don't see Mariah Carey out here sticking her fans on
No, she
people.
don't.
I think
She
that's
don't.
freaking weird to have. And somebody else. Oh, I was listening to Tamar's ignorant ass ramble on, and she was like, and all of my Tamartians know. And I was
Do
like,
she
there's
really have
something
Tamar?
wrong.
I know she called them that, but do anybody follow Tamar like that?
I don't know. I mean, I guess she's got
Mel got a
whatever,
bigger following
but
than
I feel
Tamar.
like that Mel probably, but I
Yeah.
think that mentality of I can tell these people that's some weird shit. I don't need it. I don't understand it. I think that's creepy. I don't want that many
It
people
is.
to be following anything, and anything that comes out of my mouth is just for fun and
We just shooting the shit.
we just shooting the shit. That shit is weird. But that being said, Stormy, get your mama out of here. If that's your problem, then say it. Stop walking in the room, and when it's somebody you don't like, you just don't speak or do that like passive aggressive shit. If that's what it is, then say it. You could have been said that. But your mama over here doing too much, because even then, when her mother was carrying on, I don't know what Stormy be doing. She be really badass on one day, and
Stormy
then
did
she be
say it.
crying.
Stormy did say it, but Mel denied that that's what it was.
Well, then I'm off you then. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I feel like I'm just off you then. When I see you, I can be like, hey, what's up? But I'm not going to be that mad over some shit that some weird people did. But Kiki is over here calling your daughter a pill popper and that she don't pay bills. That shit is damaging in a different way. You need to direct some of that energy Kiki's way, because you're real mad over somebody that she ain't affecting my life. I just don't fuck with her like that because I don't like how she moved. She could have shut that shit down from day one. And I get why her mother is mad. But Stormy gotta, figure out if she a badass or not. One minute you calling people bitches, and one minute you got your mama over here fighting your battles. Her mama's something else.
She found
Next
out how she
week,
was though. She
huh?
found out how she was cut. Mel ain't gonna have too many friends. She just not. She just not that type of person. But I said that before Martell said that. Mind y'all, I said that before she did, before he even said it.
That's because
And they was friends at the time, and I
people
said
don't
they won't be
people
friends
don't
for
like that
long.
shit where you always try to act like you innocent in a situation. Everybody is wrong sometime or another. You cannot always be
But
right.
even if you wrong, if you wrong or you say something that I don't like or I disagree with, it's the vindictiveness that come after that. It's the whole, I'ma sick this person on you, or I'ma do this because I disagree with what you had to say. That's the part that ain't too many people gonna be mad cool with you.
I don't
You
have
didn't
nobody
come to
to
my changing of the name type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a big deal. But girl, I told you I couldn't do X, Y, and Z. Don't make it bigger of a deal than what it is, because it's not.
Are you talking about with her real life friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, girl. First of all, I don't find that to be very important to me. I get why it's important to you.
Yeah.
It means nothing to me. Just let me know what your last name gonna be.
Mm-mm.
Woo, next week they got more arguing with Kiki and Martell. They bringing Kiki back some more. I don't know what else it is that we could say to Kiki besides have a nice life, and we know Martell ain't shit.
Kiki
Hell, he
need to
was
go
just in
get her
jail
shit
last
together.
week.
Kiki need to go get her shit together, and it's a shame that she took this. I'm gonna come in and attack my cousin apart because Kiki do got a story, and we all would have been interested in Kiki's story, not Kiki attacking her
And
cousin's
at the end of the
marriage
day,
story.
this nigga went all the way to Africa, didn't take his family. Really, Kiki, there's nothing that you could tell us that's gonna
Girl, did
make
you
us
see
feel.
the thing that finally went to Africa? Did you see the pictures? He
Oh, they
finally
went
took them to
together?
Africa.
No, I didn't.
Them and the
I don't
kids.
care though now, cause nigga.
Yeah, you done did it now. But I'm like, oh, look how I'm proving the point. He finally took her and the kids over there to Africa, child.
You said nobody is a Tay Martian. Oh, no,
Nobody's
no, y'all.
She named them that, but ain't nobody following her. She crazy as shit.
I'm just a lamb. That's it. Not really. Where's D?
Then you gonna close us out?
No.
He said no. He said no, and then did this little look on his face.
Well, that was a firm
You
no.
know,
So I
come on
guess
to tell her what to do.
No.
No, you cannot do it. Huh? Who gonna do it? Okay, smash that. So go ahead, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the. See you on the next video.
bye, y'all.